Burleson.
Hey, make sure you visit our merchandise table and get your official Premier MMA Championship t-shirt for only $15, 2 for $25. All right, fight fans, let's bring out our next fighter. Introducing Cody, the Razorback Burleson.
Cody Burleson getting a round of boos from the people behind us. Have they no shame?
Not at all.
Not a lot of info out there on Burleson, but everybody here looking to make an impression. This is a bit of a proving ground at Premier MMA Championship 8. And he's going to have that opportunity against Nick Sprague, who trains at one of the great camps in the region. But we're about to learn a lot about Cody Burleson.
And his opponent, Nick Sprague.
And we just found out why Burleson was getting booed so hard.
Yeah, we are definitely seated right in front of the Nick Sprague fan section. 35 years old, making his debut. He trains under Nathan Fitch at Son of Siam, but did some training in Dexter, Maine as well.
Son of Siam, one of the great kickboxing gyms in the area. Chris Curtis, who is now part of the UFC, trained out of that camp. So we'll definitely look for some Muay Thai from Sprague, and we'll definitely look for some leather and see what happens, man.
Nick Sprague has trained MMA for about a year, did BJJ for about a year, but has been doing kickboxing and TKD on and off since he was a kid, he says. He is also a banker at US Bank. That's often something that gets lost in all this, is these guys often have day jobs.
This is Premier MMA Championship live on Fight TV. And this is an amateur fight scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. Introducing first in the red corner. He stands 5'10", weighing 145 pounds. Fighting out of Sturgis, Kentucky, representing Tag MMA, Cody, the Razorback Burleson. And in the blue corner, he stands 5'6", weighing 145 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, he represents Son of Siam and the outlet from Dexter, Maine. This is Nick Sprague.
So like you were saying, a lot of guys have to work on top of all the training that they have to do.
Nick Sprague, definitely one of those, a banker at US Bank. We are underway. Burleson, our second fighter on tonight's show out of Tag MMA. They're a really emerging presence here in the Northern Kentucky area on these shows.
There was Burleson using some of that reach.
Oh, he gets cracked. Sprague went to that leg kick 3 times. Burleson recognized it the 3rd time and now the 4th time, and is countered with heavy strikes.
Oh, yes. Burleson, he's changing it up. He was going with straight strikes, and he's saying on that last combination, he threw that uppercut, and we got a little blood coming from Sprague from a left hook.
Yeah, Sprague opened up early on from those counter strikes of Burleson. Sprague with a really, really high, looks like Muay Thai stance.
Right. He might want to start to think of changing it up. He's going to the well too many times with these leg kicks.
And now, because of that high stance, Burleson goes to the legs, throws some wild punches. Hard to tell. Oh, that one connected. That lead jab definitely connected.
Oh, yeah. It definitely gave Sprague something to think about, so now he's going for the takedown.
Burleson has the underhooks in, but Sprague able to turn the corner, still has that single. Despite those underhooks in, now he goes to pick the ankle.
Yeah, but he can't keep doing this. He's going to blow his whole wad if he.
He's left his head open a little bit too. They are right here in front of us. And
right.
Sprague not giving up on this double leg.
He's not. He should. He needs to conserve some of his energy. He's working for this takedown, but he's still carrying all of Burleson's weight.
Burleson spreads out that base. You see Sprague going for the ankle, trying to close that a little bit. Still has his left arm firmly around basically the back of Burleson's thigh. And now you see Burleson wrapping up the head, working that standing guillotine. Has to give up on the standing guillotine. Now has one underhook in, one overhook in, throwing some nasty knees, Rayshawn.
Yes, I would definitely, that's definitely smart of him to work the knees, change it up, have Sprague look for something different, put himself in a position where he can move that hand so where he can sink that other arm in and get that standing guillotine, or at least turn the corner so he can get the dominant position against the fence.
Burleson still with that one underhook, and finally Sprague takes Burleson down. He earned that takedown.
He did.
Grabbing the fence is Burleson. Referee immediately warns him on that one. But the round nearly over. The first conclusion to a round that we're going to see tonight.
Yes. That's another round.
Sponsor, Honest Choice Security, taking care of things tonight, making us feel safe. For all your security detail.
How are you scoring that round if you're a judge, Rayshawn?
That's a really tough round to score because Burleson scored so many strikes. And if we're going by old rules, the takedown negated all the strikes. But if we're going by current MMA rules, I would definitely give that to Burleson because
I think I'm going with Burleson there. He landed all those counter strikes, got really aggressive towards the middle of the round, was able to fight that takedown for quite a while. Applied a standing guillotine briefly. That was the main two shots of the round, in my estimation. Those two left hands from Burleson.
Yeah, it definitely changed all the intentions that that Sprague had as far as trying to exchange strikes with him. And I don't blame him because he took a few heavy punches early in the round and up into that point. And he took a devastating left that opened him right up. So definitely, it was definitely that last combination that made him change his game plan to go for the takedown. But in my humble opinion, it was a little bit too late.
Amateur fights get 90 seconds in between rounds as opposed to pro fights where you get 60 seconds in between rounds. So if it seems a little bit longer for these amateur fights, that's why.
Definitely more time to recover. And if utilized correctly, you might see a different fighter out of Sprague this round.
It can be a difference maker. I mean, depending on how long you're taking in between rounds in the gym. Some people take that full 90 seconds to replicate what they'll experience in the cage. Some people go with the 60 seconds to prepare themselves for their MMA careers or to just maybe get that extra once they're here on fight night.
Yeah, I agree because like when I was fighting, I always went for 45-second breaks.
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half. And you get used to that recovery time. That short recovery time makes all the difference. It gives you more time to think, more time to plan, and come out as a different fighter that was out there the first round.
Well, Burleson comes right out of the gate and counters that leg kick from Sprague. I'm not going to accuse his punches of being the most technical I've ever seen, but thus far they're landing, and that's the important part.
Definitely. They work because Nick is not working his jab. He's not using the head
Sprague
movement.
not looking to counter at all. Burleson's chin straight up in the air as he's throwing these shots, and Sprague isn't making him pay at all.
Right. I'm surprised that Sprague hasn't thrown any uppercuts or any kind of inside work, any kind of dirty boxing. That would definitely be my goal. I would definitely follow those leg kicks up with a takedown attempt or at least a fake of a takedown attempt to get inside and work some dirty boxing.
I'm very surprised that there's Sprague starting to open up, and I was about to call for an uppercut. Sprague finally saw an opening through that uppercut. I think his high stance here may be doing him more harm than good considering the stance of his opponent. His opponent incredibly vertical, like I said, his chin straight up in the air. Now Sprague looking to close the distance. However, instead of closing that distance and working for a strike against that posture, he seems to be more keen on gaining the takedown.
Right. He's using this traditional Muay Thai stance, which opens you up for more conventional boxing strikes straight down the pipe. You know, traditional Muay Thai, they really don't throw many punches. They do more kicks, more elbows, more inside fighting. This is not traditional Muay Thai. This is MMA.
And Burleson is throwing his punches at some awkward angles, and they are landing with regularity, Rayshawn.
Definitely. And he's throwing them with bad intentions.
Oh, that was a smooth one. Sprague gained the takedown, that double leg, saw that Burleson was posting off of his right arm, grabbed the wrist, swept it, and now he is in Burleson's guard up against the cage.
Nice. That was very good. That was very slick. To definitely negate that. Oh,
Burleson
wow.
throws up a triangle. Looking to close it, doesn't have it anywhere near finished yet, just has the ankles clasped. He's pulling down on the head.
Right, but
ideally there he's working to get that left leg folded into the knee of his right leg, and he does it. Does he have time? Less than 20 seconds left.
Oh, wow.
The arm is cleared. Thumbs up from Sprague.
Yeah, he doesn't have that arm all the way across to cut off that carotid artery.
Sprague sits out, still gives the thumbs up. He looks like he's going to survive this round.
Definitely. Wow. Wow, that was close.
Another round. Giving that round again personally to Burleson.
Yes.
TNT Wrestling Photos. Say hello to our ring girl, Brittany.
Shout outs to our producer, popping in our ear, asking if there was a 5 count to break this. I'm putting him on blast. Unfortunately for Sprague, he wasn't able to reach the ropes. But I'm giving that round to Burleson. I think Burleson landed several more strikes on the feet. Applied that triangle at the end of the round. Obviously wasn't on tight enough. And Sprague was able to survive the round.
Yes, Sprague is losing this fight because of his lack of aggression. If he was more aggressive with his strikes, he could definitely, I could see him landing more strikes because the way Burleson is standing, he's standing straight up. Definitely can get some of those strikes in there, like inside strikes, uppercuts, hooks. Just strikes for a guy his size. He's giving up 4 inches in height. So the inside game would be the winning game here for Sprague if he wanted to take this last round.
All right, fight fans, this is the 3rd and final round. Let's get these fighters fired up and make some noise.
Rayshawn, MMA judging is always a puzzle that sometimes, quite frankly, is always missing a piece. But I would think that Sprague needs to finish to win this fight.
I definitely have Burleson up by 2 rounds. And Sprague should, if he wants to win, for sure finish. And he's giving up the back.
Burleson stuffs that takedown, goes for the back of Sprague. Sprague has looked tired, but he's still fighting that arm, keeping it from getting clinched. Oh, Burleson goes right around. Sprague giving that thumbs up again.
That beard is definitely is a saving grace, but yeah, he looked like he has that in. And
Burleson still applying, the arm peeled, and Sprague looking to punch his way out.
There is no give up in Sprague.
Now, normally a punch in the back of the head would be deemed illegal, but Burleson essentially turned his head into that. Those aren't declared illegal. Now Sprague catching Burleson on the ear.
Yeah, this is still like a neck crank.
Burleson tried to flatten Sprague out, but Sprague was able to switch up, turtled now, survived the rear naked choke, Rayshawn.
And it was deep. It was in there. I could have thought it was over, but wow.
And Sprague has turned the tides, and he is going to work with ground and pound.
He's definitely trying to finish this fight. I know he has that feeling that he has to finish this fight.
Crowd behind us going crazy for Nick Sprague.
Insane. Oh, nice transition.
Sprague over into side control, looking to isolate the arm. Could go for a double wrist lock. He does. He sets up for a top wrist lock, loses it, and
Oh,
moves it to
straight
mount.
to the mount.
And he's working the finish right here. Nick Sprague baited Burleson with that top wrist lock attempt, moved right into top control, in the mount, and now raining down punches.
He's rubbing that forearm in.
Sits up for an armbar. Oh, he lost it.
He lost it. Too much space. He gave up too much space on that armbar when he was going for the transition.
Went over to his back before he threw the leg over. Burleson now takes control. Now Burleson's going to have some ground to make up if he wants to win this round, but you never know what these judges are going to say.
Exactly. But according to our cards, Sprague has to take this card. He has to take this.
Yeah, he can't apply the armbar that way and immediately gets flattened out, turned over on his chest. This one is going to see the judges' scorecards. Nick Sprague, Burleson.
That was an awesome fight. Sprague is surprisingly close to finishing it.
Rick Tom's in the cage to reveal the decision. Sprague, Burleson, Premier MMA Championship 8.
All right, fight fans. All three judges score the bout 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, Cody, the Razorback Burleson.